Greetings. When it comes to growing your business, there are so many things in marketing. It could be paid, it could be SEO, it could be inbound, it could be B2B, joint ventures. Your head is probably spinning by now. It's, oh my God, there's too many things. Yes, that's right. You have to wear so many hats to actually grab new customers. However, for that purpose, of course, we always bring new guests who have a diversified experience, or years of experience, especially the global experience with the offices all around the world. With the proven, we can actually get few things from them to kind of snatch it, steal it from them, so that way we all can learn together. In case you don't know me, my name is Mohammed Siddique. I'm the host of a growth hacking show. And in this episode, my special guest is the president and chief search artist of Be Found Online. It's very, very simple name. It's such a like Be Found Online. That's what we want for digital marketing. Dan, please,
Thanks for
thank you so much for coming on the show, and please join me to give a warm welcome to Dan. Dan, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here. Love talking shop.
Yeah. Dan, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you are surrounded with that inspired you to get into this online marketing, especially forming this befoundonline.com?
Well, sure. So I guess my origin story is a somewhat random one. I was graduated from college. My original plan was to tour with a rock band. And that was plan A. Plan A.1 was getting a side job in internet marketing because it was highly flexible and paid some of the bills while I was playing rock music in college towns. And I jumped in at the right time, and it turned into a career. I think some of my business advice is fairly common sense of following opportunity. And I learned about this digital marketing thing before there were courses on it, before it was mainstream, before people knew what SEO was. And it was exciting. It was, it inspired me because it was something you could experiment with and roll up your sleeves and just start doing. And that's what really got me into the game. And it turned out I picked the right thing. I started doing Google ads when it was, a platform that had just launched. So it's been exciting kind of watching this whole industry and profession grow around, some net new marketing tactics that are still in flux. What keeps me out of bed every morning is just the rate at which this space is changing and innovating. And it's exciting to see what's next and be a part of it.
Wonderful. That's amazing. Yeah, I can see you have a great team and a global team altogether working with you. It's like Chicago, London, and Singapore. So we are here for a treat today to learn from you, your global experience. So then let me start this like a grilling question based on your global experience of growing other companies. What are the top 3 missteps to avoid, which kind of in growth?
Yeah. One I would say is around hiring. As every early entrepreneur, and I've felt the same thing. If only I could clone myself. And it's something we say. Maybe it's egotistical. Maybe it's whatever it is. It's bad advice. I think embracing what you're good at, staying within the lanes of where you can be most effective, and then hiring around that. I would spend as much time finding the stuff that you suck at and that you don't like doing, and finding people that I guarantee you there's someone out there that really loves filling out expense reports because it's a repeatable task and they know they can get something done. For whatever reason, figure out what you don't like doing and delegate. Another thing to avoid is being too steadfast in a business plan. It's helpful to have that guidance and that roadmap, but business plans don't always live in the real world, and just reminding yourself that situations on the ground change and opportunities come up that you didn't anticipate. And you got to be, rigidity is maybe helpful in certain circumstances, but not always in business. So not being afraid to adapt. and the other is, to focus on the wrong things. A lot of businesses love to talk about growth and focus on growth. If you're not profitable, that's a different problem. If you're miserable because you're working so hard to grow, then it wasn't worth it, because chances are, most businesses don't have um, a, a a very great exit. So, if you're not focused on enjoying the process, then even if you sell your company for a bunch of money, you've lost. That's my 3.
Very, very well said. Very, very valuable lesson. So that way, at least we can avoid these things, so we don't have to get into ourselves. So as we move along, what are the top 3 success secrets for business growth based on, I'm sure you have so many, but I just want your best 3.
All right, the best 3. Well, maybe I already gave some of the. This is a counterpunch to your first or your second question there. Go where the food is, find opportunity and jump after it. That's number 1. Number 2 is be twice as persistent as you think you should be. I've been guilty of being too polite and not wanting to seem desperate and not wanting to bother people. But everybody's just as busy as you are, if not more. So if you want to get someone's attention, you want to get something done, try harder. Pick up the phone. Stop waiting for people to answer emails. That's number 2, and number 3 is the number 3 secret to success is find friends and partners. I think there's a focus on trying to beat the competition, and certainly there's some industries or markets where it is really competitive. I've got a digital marketing consultancy. I learn a ton from my competitors. I share business with some of them. I think focus on learning from your competitors as opposed to trying to beat them, because the pie is growing in a lot of cases, and it's not always a zero-sum game.
Yeah, so instead of competition, it's a competition.
Yeah, co-opetition.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's not very common, because every time I type that, I get a spell check saying that's not a real word, but it should.
It should be. Wonderful. So Dan, how be found online as an organization, a company is growing right now? What are you doing to grow your business right now?
I'm doing everything. There's the secret to business is there's no secret to business. We're solving complicated problems. There's opportunities coming from a lot of different directions. There are no right answers, and every time we solve one problem, we create another. That's just a reality. So it's all moving. Take as many of these tips as you get, as and adapt it, and pick one thing that you think you can do, because it's not about there's no magic switch. I've got in the digital marketing world that I play in, certainly there's some tactics that work really well. If you haven't turned on remarketing, do it, it'll work. If you haven't been active doing, paid search, and you're focused on driving demand but not capturing it, that could be, there's certainly low-hanging fruit in a lot of different places, but it's a game of inches, and you win by doing a lot of the little things well, and test, fail, and repeat. Test,
Wonderful.
fail, learn, repeat.
Test, fail, learn, repeat. Yes, wonderful. So Dan, based on what you're sharing, I'm going to ask one kind of very grilling question. So business growth is like a roller coaster. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. So then what keeps you going when you feel down in that one? Because many people feel like quitting it. So,
Well, that's an easy answer. Payroll. So, I guess there are a lot of agencies that you lose clients, then you lose people. And that is a reality. It hasn't not happened here, but it's a fight mentality, and you're either growing forwards or backwards, or you're either growing forwards or you're sliding backwards. So I think reminding yourself around that's pretty easy to get up even when you're taking a punch or two.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. In fact, taking a punch or two is is a part of growth cycle. It's not you have to take a punch. That's the only way you can grow faster. After that, learning a lesson from that, but not to do next time.
Yeah.
So then, how the growth hacking show community and can support you?
Well, sure. Well, to one of our objectives in going after new opportunities, we've got a referral program that came out of some of our growth hacking sessions of realizing our best clients and projects came through referrals. So actually, if you're on our website there, if you go to About Us, we've got information about the referral program. So anybody who knows a business owner or a company that is on the lookout for some digital marketing help, that may be a good fit for us. We like to share the love with our friends and partners that throw opportunities our way. So that's one way to help. Another is reach out to me on LinkedIn. I love connecting with like-minded folks and helping where I can. And go take some of this advice and build some great things. And we'll all win.
Wonderful. So if you know of someone who need a digital marketing and can grow their business on like an organic search or paid search, inbound, outbound, whatever you are, it's a 360 angle, and especially the worldwide because they're having office in London and Singapore. And probably if they don't have office in your area, maybe you can bring so many clients from your area, they can probably open up office in your area too, because Dan looks like to try everything everywhere. So that's it. Go ahead and connect with him on LinkedIn and also visit the website. Check out many great things. They have a huge team, and really you can connect with them on LinkedIn as well. So Dan, as we are about to wrap up, what would you say as a final word?
Final word. I think just a little tinge of motivation on the growth hacking front. Stop talking, start doing. It's not worth an hour-long debate if you could have spent an hour time of that time doing and testing. So it's a bunch of little things that add up to the big wins.
Very well said. Stop talking and start doing. So thank you so much, Dan, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Show community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Wishing you good luck, good sales, and I do our path across again with another amazing guest. Until then, all best wishes.
All right. Thank you very much.